Now in data structure, there are two categories. Data structure. The first one is mutable data structure. It includes list, then we'll be taking the dictionary and set. So these are the data structure comes under mutable type. The second category is immutable type. Here it comes tuple, string, and numbers also, but then that is not data structure. This is a type only. So number, if I have to say, they are the immutable types only. So we have a two category of data here. One is mutable. Now what is mutable? Mutable is something which you can modify. And what is immutable? Obviously, which you cannot modify. So that is the way the data structure we have. So let me just put it as a notes here. We'll start with the first data structure, that is a list. What is list now? List is sequence of object. Now when you say list is a sequence of object, what is the type of sequence? It is a mutable sequence. Mutable sequence of objects. What type of objects? Any type. It could be integer, float, string, or any type you can say. So you can have any type in this case. In case of array, in array you have some, you can have data type but of same type only. It could be like integer, it could be like a float, it could be like a string. But in the case of list, you can have a sequence of any type. Now why I'm saying it is a sequence? When you say sequence, sequence is having index. Means in the case of list, what is the data you are going to store, it will be in the index format. You can access the data by index, you can modify data by index. So all these things are possible with the help of index. So that's why it is very important to understand it is a sequence. Okay, so it's a sequence of object. Now we are going to do some hands-on part for that. So here I'm just putting this as a heading, and we are going to see this practical part now. We'll use this list data structure for performing various operations. What type of operation? Can you use a list like a stack? So answer is yes. Can you use a list like a queue? The answer is yes. Can you use a list like a linked list? So all those data structure part I'll be covering with the hands-on session. Now here, firstly, let me show how you can create a list now. Create list. You can create a list by simply saying L1 equal to square bracket, let's say. So square bracket indicate list. You just need to say type of L1 and interpreter say it is a type of list now. Now what are the properties are there in the list? You can get it by putting the just dir of L1 and you will get all the properties which are there associated with the list. So what it includes? List include the properties like append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, and all these things. So these are like the properties of the list now, right? So can we use these properties? Answer is yes. How we can use it? Let us put the here L1 dot, let's say append. Can I add the data? The answer is yes. Now you can just add, let's say, the name Surendra, and see what happened now. So you added the data. So let us see how lists work like a stack now. Let us take the example. We have a, let's say, books now, and we like to create a stack of books now. How to create a stack of books? So I'm defining books equal to square bracket here, and let me create a stack of books by using the method like append, books dot append, and you can add the book one by one. So you can add the book one by one here, just putting the book name like Jython book 1, and like that we'll add a number of book now. So the other books I added now. I'm just changing the book's name. First Python, then Python, then Iron Python. The other types of Python books itself. So then you have, let's say, .NET. You may have some PySpark, Hadoop. So a number of books can be added just by append method, and let's check it whether it is added or not. And what is the sequence? So you can see all the books are added in a sequential order. The first book is Python book, then Python book 1, then Iron Python, then .NET, and then PySpark, and then Hadoop. That way, each book is added in a sequential order. Now I'm saying this is a stack of books now. So what are the operations you can unstack? The first one is the push, right? We are append here now. In some other language, it's a push. The next one is books dot. Now once you append the data, you should understand like how to even remove the data. So for that we have method pop. So let us see what happens once you pop the books. So you can see now the book which was added last, that was Hadoop book 1, is removed now. Right? So this way you can perform the operation like last in first out. Data which was added, that is Hadoop book 1, is removed now. Now this was like how you can use a list like a stack. Let me show you, like this was a example which was list as a stack. Now if you want to perform queue operation, what is queue? Queue means something where you added the data as a first, let's say first in first out. So here I will use another example, that is a queue here, list as a queue. So first in first out, how you can remove the first item? How you can remove the first item? For that you simply need to say books dot pop of 0, and now you can again print the books and see what happened. You can see the first book is removed. So I'm using the same data structure for two purposes, like one for the stack, like there was a method like pop. I use first pop to remove the last item. Now I use a pop with a index now, right? So by overriding that method, I just use a index that 0, and now you see the behavior, it has removed the first item of the list itself. So this way list can act like a queue now. Can list work like a linked list? Can we insert the data in between the list, and can we remove the data from the from anywhere? So answer is yes. So how the list can work like a linked list now? List as a linked list. What happened in the linked list case? Linked list means you can insert data anywhere. So let us see how we can perform that operation now. For that, you will require to use a special method which is there in the list itself, and that is insert method. So instead of now there is already list now, and I'll be doing what? I'll be inserting the new item. So there's a method called insert, and you now tell like which particular index position, what new items you want to add, that you can tell in the method insert itself. So the first thing is index method. So index method, this insert method, you are telling, okay, now index is, let's say 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 means at the position first one. This one is 0th position, this is the first, this is second position. Let's say you want to insert after the index position 2, so maybe 3 then. So I will just put index position 3 here. And then I would like to add something, let's say a Java book, and see the response now. You can see the Java book is inserted in between the list now. So this is the way you can insert the new data into the list here. Next question is, can I remove the data from anywhere by name of the book? The answer is yes. You can remove by name also, you can remove by the index also. We saw in the previous case how to remove the data by index, by using the pop method, by giving the index. That was like by index. But in case you want to remove the data by name, that is also possible. And for that, we need to use a method, and that is remove method. So now I'm doing what? I'm just using the remove method here. And I can write the name of the book itself, whichever the book. Let's say this is the book. I will just remove the name here by giving the name of the book here. Let's see what happened. Now you can see the .NET book 1 is removed. So there are two ways to remove. One, by using the pop method, giving the pop, you can give the index, that will also you can remove it, or by using the method remove. So you can see the flexibility in the list now. List is allowing to append the data, list is allowing to remove the data also. So this is the way the list work now. So you can see there are, we have seen like how list is working like a stack here in the initial stage. How, let me tell you how we started. We started first creating the list itself, right? We just understand when you just put the square bracket, interpreter understand that this is a list. Then we try to understand the various method which are related to the list now. And we saw the dir of this particular method, and we saw like a dir of this list, and we saw there are various methods which are there. So I use already method like append. I use a method like insert method, pop method, and remove method. Like that, list is having several other attributes. Like we have a reverse method, remove method, sort method, so extend method. So these all are methods associated with the list only. So in case you want to, let's say books is there, you want to sort it. You simply say sort, and now print books, and see the result. The book got sorted automatically. So you did not require to write a program for sorting, for searching. If you want to search, you can say index, and you say like which book you want to search now. Let's say Jython book 1. Let us see the response also. It says that Jython book 1 is at index position 2 now. So this way you can search. Can I update? Answer is yes. You can just say books of, let's say 0, or let's say 0. What is the book? It is saying, okay, it's a books of 0, and you say it's a Hadoop book 1. So can you modify this book? Answer is yes, you can. You simply need to call this and change the value. And this is what it say, it is a mutable now. So it's, let's say, big data. So this is the way you can modify, and you can see the change in the books now. That the book where it was Hadoop, now it has become big data book now. So these are the way you can update the books. This is called update now. If you have already another books list already available, let's say there is a one book list available. I'm just creating it. So this is the one book list available, let's say. And I'm just saying book 2 here. And some changes I'll do now. Let's say Hadoop 1 and Iron 1. Some changes I did it. So this is a book 2 now. Now you want to insert all the book. How to do that? So we have a books already available. You simply need to say extend and say book 2. And see the changes now. What happened? Books got all the books from the book 2. Right? This is the way you can extend the books. I hope you understand how the list perform in the Python. What is list now? Let me recap once again. List is a data structure, which is a mutable data structure. And This mutable data structure allows you to perform all the mutable operation like append, extend, pop, and we saw like even how to update the list itself and how do you insert the data in between the list. So this was just the demo of how the list works.